What's up, guys? Welcome back to another adventure. Now tonight I am here for the Thrills in the Hills event at Dollywood. It is Friday night. We are heading in. We are supposed to be meeting up at Red's Diner to do a snack and then supposed to have a lightning rod exclusive ride. But the weather's pretty iffy. It's kind of sprinkling it now. There's thunder in the sky, so I don't know what they're gonna plan to do. So let's head down here inside the park and see if we can get some information. And I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, we just grabbed our swag bag for the event. It's packed full of goodies here, and if you want to see what's inside, stick around to the end of the video and we'll dig this bad boy out. Alright guys, we're inside Dollywood for the Thrills in the Hills event. I stopped, grabbed myself a nice little purple umbrella. Got that Dollywood logo on it. Pretty cheap with my discount. It was only 17 something. But a bad thing, pass up, especially when it's a rainy day. Now we're gonna make our way over into, I believe, Red's Diner. That's where we're gonna be doing the snack. And then, I don't know what's gonna be happening for the ride. I'm assuming Blazing Fury. There ain't no way they're gonna run lightning rod in this weather. But let's head over and we'll see. And you can see once that rain starts kicking in how empty it gets here in the park. I believe they're still open till 9:30, like every other normal night. But I don't think it's going to be as heavily crowded because they're not going to be running the fireworks or drones in this awful weather, sadly. You can see as we're coming by here, they now have the little sign on the front porch cafe change. It says the house specialties. See a few of the new options they have here, and I want to come back and try some of those St. Louis ribs. Seen them on a menu and they look delicious. Now I believe they said we're going to meet at Red's around 9, so that gives us about an hour or so here just to kind of roam around and kill time. So let's go explore the park, check it out while it's all nice and dead. Coming up here into Rivertown Junction, you can see they now finally have the Christmas store back open. They have a little Christmas cottage here. Let's take a look inside. So as you're going around the store, they've also got all sorts of little ornaments you can pick up, take home, put them on your own family tree. They've even got some ornaments here for the sports fans. Tennessee football stockings. They've got some for Kentucky. Oh, this one's a little jersey. That's pretty neat. Alabama, Georgia. If you're a sports fan and like Christmas stuff, you can grab some here for your family members as well. Here's something I haven't noticed before. They have a little rope spot here. It says caution bees. So I don't know if right over that area there might be a little nest that they found they haven't got to eradicate yet. But hey, thanks for letting us know because those things are terrifying. Alright guys, we made our way down here to Red's Diner where they're going to be doing the snack time, and then after that we're going to go to the closed off ride. Don't know which one they're going to be doing at that point, but stick around and see. You can see here they're setting up. They got the kettle corn out, big bag of pork rinds, and then over here, little guys know they smell food the way they are. Alright guys, you can see they have 2 tables laid out full of popcorn, pork rinds, and some free waters for us. Fun little snack before we head off into whatever ride it may be. Now before we head over to the ride, I'm gonna stop off here. They've got the fireworks shooting off. See if we can't get a look at them. Alright guys, I think we're finally off, heading up the hill as a giant group up to Blazing Fury. Alright guys, you can see we're heading up the hill here. It is empty, the park is closed. Can't even see the grist mill over here, it is pitch black.
And of course, it's the no food, no fast lane or fast pass.
Alright guys, there she sits, our first ride of the day and the only ride we're going to be doing for the next hour. Got Blazing Fury.
Alright, thank you.
Alright guys, we're on the first ride. Got the first train in, Blazing Fury.
Clear. Arnold.
And this is the station after the first ride. I got a small little update. We got one ride in on Blazing Fury. They came up, told us that the lightning rod is back up, so down the hill we go to get on the actual ride we were supposed to do. Alright guys, we have made it here to the lightning rod. Alright guys, we're up on the station, getting ready to take the first ride of the night on the lightning rod. There's not many of us here, so we're going to be able to get on this multiple times. Alright guys, back up on the station, we're going to be doing ride number 2 here. Did the first row on the first ride, this time we go on the back row. This is row number 12. Got everybody here staying late for us, keeping the best ride open. Alright guys, we're up here on the platform ready for ride number 3. Back to the back row. Alright guys, it's going to be the last train heading out. Alright guys, we just finished up here on Lightning Rod. We were able to get 3 back-to-back rides, 1 in the front, 2 in the far back. Now if you've not been here and experienced that in the pitch black, you've got to come at some point in the late summer, fall time when it's actually running at night. It is the most intense ride you'll have in this entire park. Now that's it for the first night of Thrills in the Hills. We were to get our little snack. We went up, did a ride on Blazing Fury, and then came down and was able to do the actual ride for the event. And we'll be back here bright and early in the morning, so you guys stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys back here in the morning for the next part. And with that guys, we are back day 2 for Thrills in the Hills. Now we are about to head inside the park. It is right before 7 a.m. I believe we're going to be doing the Coaster Hill walk up on the Thunderhead, so that should be really neat, something that most people don't get a chance to do. So stick around guys, and I'll see you guys inside the park. You can see part of the crowd for the event here, ready to go. They started about 7:15. We're all going to get in at once. We just jumped up here into Till and Harvest where they've got us positioned for our breakfast. They have got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what time is it? Oh, I know.
Same hotel.
Alright guys, we're here at Till and Harvest. We are waiting. We are about to go into Mystery Mine, check out what's on the inside of that, go into their maintenance shop. There's a little bit of rain in the weather, so we cannot go up the hill for Thunderhead, unfortunately. So they switched over. We're going to be doing Mystery Mine instead. Alright guys, we're on our way down to Mystery Mine to go check out the behind the scenes on that. Alright guys, we're inside the maintenance shop here at the Mystery Mine. Give you guys a little behind the scenes look at everything. Got a part of the track here.
Friday, April 13th, 2007, a movie. We did a mini movie about this ride and the story behind it. You can still, if you know how to mine YouTube, you can still find it. Announcement. And then Gerslauer started their construction of the ride in 2006. This was the final piece of an area of the park we call Timber Canyon. So after we put in Timber Tower, we built Mystery Mine, and this was the last piece. And then in 2008, we connected the valleys. We put in a mock water battle ride where the Wilderness Pass Plaza is now in 2008. And this loop that we have now was completed. So, pretty unique ride. This is the first Eurofighter for Gerslauer that was built in the U.S. It was the first one with 2 vertical lifts that was built anywhere in the world. It was also the first indoor-outdoor ride that Gerslauer built with this configuration of Eurofighter. We still run the original train configurations. There have been a couple of other updates that Gerslauer has done through the years. Because 7 coaches, 8 people a ride, 56 people a cycle. Theoretical capacity, which no one ever gets to, is 1,000 an hour roughly. What Caleb is doing pre-opening inspection. So they go through, they look at every ride vehicle before it's commissioned. They then cycle the ride, which is also what they're doing currently. The original configuration of this ride is, if you've never been on it, you come out of the station, there's a little drop. There's a little bunny hop that takes you in, you drop into the ride. There's show elements within the ride, then you get a first lift. Once you do the first vertical lift, you come out onto a trestle. And originally the ride had a 90-degree drop that went up into an Immelman, which is a hard left horseshoe-like element. Immelman is an aviation term. Immelman was a fighter pilot. And so it went into that, dropped in, went into a helix, and then went into another helix, and then came back under that trestle. Frankly, through the first 15 years of operating the ride, STM changed some of its requirements, and the ride itself really needed some reprofiling, and because of the new ASTM requirements, we made a change. We took out the drop in the Immelman and had it drop into the helix to go around. That reduced the amount of, frankly, wear and tear on your body and wear and tear on the ride. So key stats on this. Talked about the 2 vertical lifts. This ride was the first ride that was built. Now remember, this opened on April 13th, 2007. This had a 95. This ride has a 95-degree drop. So was the first past vertical drop that was introduced at that time. But this was the first one. And really, this is a showster. So it takes you through a ride. It takes you through a story. You know, the ride is about mining superstitions. It's not necessarily about a haunted ride, as they say on Wiki. It is really about mining superstitions. You don't take your boots off in a ride, in a mine. You don't whistle in a mine. Birds in a mine, other than a canary, are unlucky. Those are all three really mining superstitions for the coal miners that are from this region.
Alright guys, we just finished up eating breakfast here up at Till and Harvest. They had a nice little spread laid out for us, and I think next on the agenda is going to be Tennessee Tornado. That's going to be the next thing we do for the next hour. Then I think they're just going to set us free until it's lunchtime. So let's head up that way and hit a couple rides on it.
Don't forget your news articles and have a great day.
Alright guys, we're up here on the station for Tennessee Tornado, and we are doing our first ride, back row. Alright guys, we just finished up the early ride time on Tennessee Tornado. Now we are set free for the next little bit. We're going to be meeting up at 11:30 for lunch. Now I don't know if I'm going to necessarily be heading right into that. I think I have to run down to Lost and Found real quick. I forgot one of my umbrellas here last night during the lightning rod ride. And then I have to make my way back to work, and then I'll be back later on tonight, hopefully, depending on weather, so that we can do that late night ride on Wild Eagle. Alright guys, now we are heading out here for just a little bit to go do our normal human activities, and then I'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock to do the cinnamon bread and the Wild Eagle ride at night. So I will see you guys in just a few. Alright guys, we are making our way back into the park. It's just a little bit after 9 p.m. I gotta rush my way up to the Wild Eagle. That's where the snack meeting spot is. I think they're doing the dance party, drone show, and then we're gonna jump over to Wild Eagle, and that is our ride for the night. Alright guys, just working our way up to the Wild Eagle. Taking a look here, you can see very low crowds. At this time, I'd assume that most people in the park have headed over to Wildwood Grove for the dance party, getting ready for the fireworks. But we are gonna make our way a little further back so we can get to the Wild Eagle before 9:30. All right, guys, you can see behind me here, we have made it up to Wild Eagle. Got us our cinnamon bread, got us another water, and we're gonna be, I guess, getting on this ride for a couple times, and then maybe heading up to Wildwood Grove, and then we're gonna be coming back and finishing out the entire night on this really, really awesome roller coaster. I think while we're waiting for everything to kick off here over at the Eagle, we're gonna run over to Fire Chaser and see if we can't snag a ride on it since it's pretty close. Alright guys, we're gonna head up here. We might be pushing our luck, but hopefully we can snag at least one pass on this. Alright guys, we were able to get at least one ride on the Fire Chaser. Now we're gonna head down to Wildwood Grove, go check out the fireworks, and then backtrack down to the Wild Eagle. Now if you're heading up the firework dome part and you did make your way into Wildwood Grove, as you can see in front of me, hope you packed a lot of patience because it takes quite a little bit to get out of this place. Alright guys, up on the station, first ride Wild Eagle for the night. Let's see how many we can get before this little nasty storm rolls in. Alright guys, we're heading back up for ride number 4. We'll take a look when we get to the station just how packed the ride is. Holy moly. There's nobody. See the trains coming in, they're barely filled. Just a few people here and there.
How was your flight?
Alright guys, we're up on the station for ride number 5 and there's nobody. Alright guys, we just hit ride number 5 and I think it's about time to call it quits. You can see nobody else is really hitting the station. I think we're going to call it out so these boys can go home and get some sleep like the rest of us. Alright guys, we are done for the day with all the rides. We did Wild Eagle 5 times, and if you guys are a Wild Eagle fan, leave a comment down below. Which side do you prefer, the left, the right, front, or back? I just got off of all sides, front, back, left, right, did every little bit I could, and I really think that left side is very intense. That first corkscrew that you pop through, it just hangs you in the air forever being on the outside of the track like that. It is awesome, especially in the night when you don't know what's coming at you. Now I think we're gonna head down towards the front of the park. We'll see if there's anything else happening. If not, guess we're done for the day. Alright guys, we are heading up to the front of the park. We are done with the event. Had a lot of fun last night. Got to ride Blazing Fury and Lightning Rod. Today we got to do the behind the scenes on Mystery Mine. Got to ride a whole bunch on Wild Eagle, and that is one of the best coasters. And if you get a chance, get here during the summer, the fall festival, so you can ride that in the pitch black and see how intense it is. Especially in the far back left side, it feels like you are just flying forever on some of those corkscrews. That was a lot of fun. Now, little side note for the future on next year's event, maybe the year after that, if you are thinking about showing up, not really sure if it's worth it, definitely think about booking it, especially if you're not a pass holder, because if you are wanting to come for a day or two, this event lasts 2 days. Your ticket gets you into the park both at the beginning of the day on the nighttime, like Friday night, and then all day Saturday, you also get in, plus you get both days of preferred parking. And it costs a little bit less than an average 2-day park pass, so if you're thinking about coming to this event, or you're thinking about just coming to Dollywood, maybe keep an eye out for the dates and use this as your way to get in for a little bit cheaper. Plus you get to do a lot of cool bonus things that most people don't usually get to see here, so it's kind of a win-win situation. Alright guys, now with that, we're wrapping it up here, heading up to the front of the park, calling it quits. We are tired. It's a little bit after 10:30 and we've been here since 6:30 in the morning. Had a small pause to go to work, but we're back at it. We're here. That's all that counts. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, tuning back in, make sure you guys are smashing that subscribe button, help me push the channel out. And as always, I'll catch you guys here on the next adventure. See you guys around. Peace. Alright guys, now taking a look inside of the swag bag that we got from the Thrills in the Hills event. We're going to be heading over here, checking out some of the items. Here we've got us some Dollywood Bubbles. Comes as a little necklace, screw off the top there. It's got bubbles already inside. Now, one of my favorite things, I do collect a lot of flashlights, so this is really neat. It's got a little carabiner clip on it, but it's a Dollywood Flashlight. But as you can see, it slides up and down here and becomes just a flashlight or lantern, which is really neat. And then right here, got us some Dollywood hand sanitizer. And then moving up, some good old Dollywood chapstick. That's gonna come in handy in the wintertime when it's all cold out. But right now during the summer, this is going to be a neat little thing to use. It's one of these cell phone waterproof bags from Splash Country, where you can throw your phone in there, clip it to you. You don't have to worry about anything damaging your phone or electronics. Then we got us a little Dollywood stress ball. Pretty neat. And then over here, cute, simple, just some butterfly ears, little headband, kind of like Mickey ears. And then over here inside of this mug, which I was looking to get, now I don't even have to worry about buying any, and they're also my favorite color. Got some neat little Dollywood shades. And then take a look at this mug here. It's got all sorts of little signs on it. Lightning rod. What all we got here? And as you can hear, that thing is, it is ceramic. It has got some weight to it. That is heavy duty. Definitely going to be using this. And then right over here, the big piece, got us our Thrills in the Hills t-shirt. Got the dates for this year's event. And also one of my favorite colors, got that charcoal gray.